So if you could teach me or ramble to me about anything that you adore right now or feel passionate about, what would it be? What lights up your heart?
What lights up my heart is musical. I was like, I love musicals.
What about musicals?
I don't know. I think when done well, they're like a really creative way to like tell a story.
So when did you start liking musicals?
Young, I couldn't even tell you what age, but like whatever age I saw like Wizard of Oz and like Mary Poppins when I was younger, or like Sound of Music, and I was like, you can just do that with like stories.
Right. Wait, so like, what about Wizard of Oz?
God, where do I start from there? um, I had a guy on a date ask me about like what I liked about it, and I was just like, I couldn't like, I just like it. I think it's probably like a combination of like the color's really good to like look at. It's like really vibrant. It's directed, I think, really well for a musical. I think especially at this like time, it's pretty timeless too for like a musical made in the 30s. And like movies in general from the 30s have not aged well. So the fact that that one has stood the test of time, it's like ooh, they cooked.
No, yeah, they kind of did cook with that. I was thinking, I watched Wizard of Oz not that long ago, not that many months ago, and honestly, usually when I watch movies that are older, I'm like, this doesn't hold up, but
No, yeah.
it actually holds
And
up.
especially with that, it's like there was like a shit ton of director. The actress for The Wicked Witch got burned at one point.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I was like, the fact that it holds up well, but like also the fact that it just got made in the first place and they were able to release it. I'm like, dude, what?
Yeah. Do you ever like, are there any musicals that you have like in your playlist that you listen to? Like
Multiple. I guess the staple would be Hades Town. I think that's probably my favorite musical.
what about it makes it your favorite?
I have to lock in. Again, storytelling, I think that's an example of a musical that's entirely music, that's like done really well. I think it's like the writer for it, you can tell it's like the music went in hand with the story and it wasn't just she had the plot down and then she picked moments to like put a song in. It was like it melded well together. And then I'm like a sucker for a romance, so I'm like that was all. There's like two, and I'm like I eat it up every time. And then it's also like strangely really topical. And it's like I don't know. It's done. It's like every aspect of it. I think it's done really well. Like from like the actual like set design to like the like score or like the more instrumental music. It's like 10 out of 10 for me.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. I did a project on an archetype for my letterpress project, and I remember the assignment was to do a poster for a musical, and whatever musical it was just had to be like topical. And so I chose Hades Town because it's somehow like, even though it's such a bizarre like when you explain Hades Town and say what it is to, and I remember the first time Allison mentioned what Hades Town was to me, I was like, I couldn't even wrap my head around the concept of it.
No, yeah, valid.
And then now I'm like, oh my god, it's like my favorite musical too.
Yeah. Because it's a Greek story, so it's like kind of explain anything in Greek mythology if you don't have like a passing knowledge of like anything. You're just kind of like, you're just like, they did what to her?
So do you have any favorite memories associated with going to musicals growing up, or just associated with musicals in general?
Not going to musicals when I was younger. I think, funnily enough, seeing musicals or like even just theater in general is more of a recent thing, but like I used to be in like community theater when I was younger, so like I did that for like 5 years, I want to say. It was like second grade to seventh grade.
Did you thrive? Were you thriving up there?
And I was mostly ensemble, but it was like fun to like learn the choreography and learn the song.
Yeah, no, I did the same stuff. I was like, in elementary school I was in musicals, but I was mostly in the ensemble and stuff. And I remember just like, being
I
kind
think
of
like the
scared.
highest role I ever got was a Lollipop Guild in The Wizard of Oz, and it's funny because on the recording we have, you can literally see me like start to mess up the dance and then look at the kids next to me to be like, because I think the move was I was supposed to be like, it was something like this, and everyone started on this arm, but then I went on this arm. You can literally see me just like, and it's like funny that I just have that immortalized for the rest of my life.
I love that. So, how would you say that musicals has shaped you and who you are today?
Probably like the way I tell stories. I think if you can effectively communicate your idea through music, I think you are a good storyteller in general. So I feel like, not like all the time, but I feel like if I'm able to like think of something as a musical and I know it would work in a musical, then I know I'm onto something like good. Or like I know I'm like, okay, I like can work with this.
Right. So like, what's like an example that you can think of?
I can't remember. I think I remember I was in high school the last time I had that feeling though, where I was like, it was like a story I wanted to write, and it was like a mystery. And I like started thinking of it in terms of like, sort of like 40s jazz tune of like visualizing it, and then I think it made it easier to like flesh the whole thing out. I don't know how to describe it, but that was like maybe the last time I like had that feeling.
That's sick. Okay, cool. So, if somebody listening wanted to feel even just a tiny piece of what you feel when it comes to musicals, where would you say that they should start?
Well, I think they should start with Steven Spielberg's West Side Story. That was like kind of a masterclass in a musical, especially like a movie musical, because it's one thing to plot a musical for stage, it's another thing to plot a musical for screen. And that was a really well done musical for like screen. Because like you can tell like he obviously cares about the music and like the story, but you can also tell like he's employing a lot of like director thing to make it more cinematic. Like there's a shot. You've seen that West Side Story, I'm assuming?
I haven't.
Oh
no. You guys need to
right
show me.
No, there's a shot where they're walking to the cafeteria for like a school dance, and it's like just like a steady shot, like all the way down the hallway, and then it opens up into the room, and like all of a sudden the camera just shifts up to like a crane thing, and it just like zoomed over the like character, and it's like all in one shot. It's like there's not like a cut or anything, or at the very least there's not like an obvious cut. So it's like something like that. It's like, oh, that's just like really cool to see.
It's like that's incredibly hard to pull off.
Yeah, it was yeah.
Yeah, that's incredibly hard to pull off. So it's really cool that they did.
And it's like when you factor in it's like a musical, so it's like there's also like choreography that they have to like keep in mind and like all that. That I think that's like I would always recommend that to someone for like a good musical.
Yeah,
Sick.
Is there anything else you would like to add about musicals before we conclude?
We need more people that knows how to direct musicals to direct musicals. That's all I'll say on that.
Thank you.